Ladies, I am here tonight on this and tonight on the show, I am here to talk about the game that was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the New Orleans Saints. What an ass whooping, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody saw this shit coming. Everybody was expecting to have a ball game tonight. A lot of people had the damn Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning this game. And instead, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, this was an embarrassment, man. 31-0 at halftime. Final score ends up being 38-3. Saints roll them like they know tomorrow. They ran them out of that field, man. Tom Brady did not know whether to shit or wind his watch, man. This was an embarrassing performance, man, by Thomas Edwards Brady, man. 38 passes for Thomas Edwards, 22 completions, 209 yards, 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. His QBR was 3. This was an embarrassing performance. There needs to be a PB&J. Somebody call the FBI for Tom Brady. He was terrible. I've never seen Tom Brady this bad, man. This was an embarrassing performance tonight, man. A lot of people had the damn Buccaneers winning this puppy, and they got embarrassed tonight. This was embarrassing. I don't know what happened. Offensive line was not protecting them towards the end. They might have given up. And I don't know if the Antonio Brown, they changed up the offense for Antonio Brown and messed everything up. I don't know. Antonio Brown, let's see, he ended up with 3 catches for 31 yards. He didn't do much, you know. I don't know what the hell happened tonight, man. I really do not know what the hell happened tonight to this football team. The running game was terrible. They could not run you have to establish the running game. I said it last night about the Notre Dame Clemson game. Clemson did not do a good job running the football. They put a lot of pressure on DJ Hulahaluya, and I think that got him in trouble. Notre Dame put up the running game. You have to run the football in this league. In football, literally, you have to run the football. They couldn't run the football either. Like, Ronald Jones led the way with 3 carries, 9 yards. Like, they're not they were behind from the get-go, but when you're down 14-0, even 20, it's hard, but only ran the football 5 times for 9 yards. You gotta run the football, man. Like, you have to do it better. When you're down like 14-0, do it. It's hard. You gotta throw the football to get back in the game, but I don't know. Like, I understand the situation. You're down, and it's easier to get back in by throwing the football. But only 5 run attempts for 9 yards. It's kind of embarrassing. Let's see. Look at the receivers. Mike Evans, 4 catches, 64 yards. You know, Leonard Fournette, 6 catches, whatever. You know, like I said, Antonio Brown being the biggest story, being his debut with the Buccaneers, only 3 catches, 31 yards. Just an embarrassing performance. They got punched in the mouth right away. Like I said, 31-0 at halftime, 38-3 in the final score. You know, Drew Brees has swept Tom Brady in their first matchup of 2020. You know, he swept them. He beat them in Week 1 in September, and tonight he beats them again in November. And instead of getting better, they got worse. The Buccaneers did. And I'm starting to wonder about Tom Brady, because this is the second, last week he wasn't that good either versus the Giants. Is he kind of like starting to fatigue? He's 43 years old. We're halfway through this puppy. Is he starting to fatigue? I don't know. I'm going to keep an eye very closely on Tom Brady for the next few weeks, because this is 2 straight weeks in a row where the excuse last week was, they're looking ahead of the Saints game. What was the excuse this week? He looked even terrible this week. Like I said, 22 for 38, 209 yards, 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, a QBR rating of 3. Embarrassing performance tonight by Tom Brady. Like, I never seen him this bad. Drew Brees had 32 passes completed, 26, 222 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Tyson Hill was a monster tonight. He threw for 48 yards, and then he also ran for 54 yards. The guy was a fucking monster. Alvin Kamara, he ran for 9 yards. He ran 9 times for 40 yards, 1 touchdown. Michael Thompson has returned 5 catches, 51 yards. But man, I do not know what the hell happened to the Saints. To the Buccaneers. I don't know. And Bruce Arians, I don't know how much of a, he's not really going to yell at this team. Like, when they were down 31-0 at halftime, I'm like, what the hell is... Bruce Arians is not going to scream at these guys. He's going to say, it's okay, guys, take it play by play. Let's see what happens. When you're down, Bruce Arians is the opposite of Bill Belichick. He's not going to yell at this team if they're down 31-0. He's going to try to yell, try to find some positivity and, I knew this shit was over when it was like 21-0. I'm sorry. I'm worried about Tom Brady because it's 2 straight bad games. And they should be starting to click on all cylinders. And they're taking steps. They're taking steps back. And I'm wondering if Tom Brady's starting to get fatigued. He's 43 years old. We're halfway through this puppy. This November is starting to get cold. Although it's not going to be too cold in Tampa Bay, but when they get on the road, maybe I don't know, man. Let's keep an eye on Tom Brady in this ball club for a little bit because this is around the time where teams that start like this can go down, and vice versa. Teams, Chicago's going down. There's how Baltimore, Indianapolis could be going down. These older teams with quarterbacks like Phillip Rivers in Indianapolis, in Tampa Bay, you have to keep your eye closed on those guys because those are guys that are old. And they can start like this, and then by November, December, they can go like this. So those are probably 2 teams we got to keep an eye on the next few weeks. Indianapolis with Phillip Rivers and Tampa Bay with Tom Brady because they're older quarterbacks and they can fall apart. Another team is possibly Pittsburgh, although they're like 9-0, 8-0, whatever they are. They almost lost today to the Dallas Cowboys with the 5th-string quarterback, Gilbert. So that's another older quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. So we got to keep an eye on everybody. But it's very possible that Tom Brady could keep getting fatigued. Let's see what happens. Last week he didn't do very good either. They barely beat the Giants. Tonight they get smoked by the Saints. Let's see what happens. Russell Wilson, he's a young quarterback. He's in the middle of his prime, but he's also struggling tonight. I think he had 3 interceptions, 1 fumble in the loss to Buffalo. A very weird day in the National Football League, if you ask me, ladies and gentlemen, with Russell Wilson and Tom Brady having shitty-ass games. And like I said, Pittsburgh almost going down to the 5th-string quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. A lot of upsets, but we'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. I will be having my Discord on live stream tonight at about 1 o'clock in the morning. So join me if you want to shoot the shit about the week 9 that was in the NFL. But yes, Drew Brees and company sweep the Buccaneers. Tom Brady put a PB&J out, put an FBI call. He was nowhere to be found tonight. Only a QBR rating of 3, 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep an eye on close on these Tom Brady for the next 2 weeks and let's see how he looks. Until next time, I'm out like a light.